Today's prospect spotlight: Arch Manning, quarterback, Texas, number 16, 6'4", 219 pounds. Consensus five-star recruit out of Isidore Newman High School in Louisiana, and widely regarded as the number one recruit in the 2023 recruiting class. 2026, Phil Steele's second team preseason All-American, first team preseason All-SEC. 2025 stats: threw for 3,163 yards, 26 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, with a 60.8% completion percentage. Led the Longhorns to a 10-3 record in 2025 as a sophomore. As you'll see from the following chapters, Arch's skills are exceptional in all areas of the game. Deep ball. In 2025, on throws of over 20 yards, he was 26 of 65 for a completion percentage of 40%, to go along with 13 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. PFF awarded Arch a deep passing grade of 91.5. As you can see, Arch has a natural deep ball. He doesn't have to overly engage his lower body to throw the ball over 60 yards with good arc. The power is obvious, but what is truly exceptional is how accurate these throws can be for Arch. Poise. The next facet of Arch's game that is outstanding is his poise. This observer has broken down every pass made by Arch in 2025 and can't believe the pressure he was under from the pass rush. According to Sports Illustrated, Arch was pressured in SEC leading 165 times, which accounted for 35% of his dropback passes. He was hit at least 80 times throughout the season, and in the end, he was sacked in between 23 to 26 times, depending on your source. There is a clear correlation between the inefficiency in the run game and the beating Arch had to endure in the passing game. Against Florida, the Longhorns rushed for only 52 yards, a game in which Arch was pressured on 39% of his dropback passes and sacked 6 times. Against Kentucky, the Longhorns rushed for only 47 yards, a game in which Arch was pressured 18 times to go along with 3 sacks. These 2 games were the highest as far as pressure rates are concerned on Arch this season. Withstanding all that pressure, Arch made some of the most amazing throws this observer saw all last season. It was remarkable how often Arch could deliver a pass, hitting his receiver's hands while he was getting hit in the mouth. As mentioned above, Arch was under great pressure and oftentimes was flushed from the pocket. This forced him to showcase his excellent ability to throw the ball on the run. In the opinion of this observer, Arch is third ranked at this skill out of all quarterback prospects in the upcoming draft, behind Lenore Sellers of South Carolina and Sam Levitt of LSU, who are both amazing at throwing the ball on the run to both their right and, most importantly, their left. There are other great quarterback prospects that can throw the ball on the run, but in the humble opinion of this observer, they are not as talented as the 3 mentioned at being able to accurately deliver the ball to all 3 levels while sprinting out to both their right and their left. The quick game. Arch had a completion percentage of 69.2 on throws between 0 and 9 yards in depth, to go along with 5 touchdowns and 1 interception. This is not Arch's strength in the opinion of this observer, but not a weakness. He is able to use many different arm slots to get his throws off. He is also good at pre-reading defense and not putting the ball in harm's way. Intermediate passing game. This observer believes that the intermediate passing game is the most important factor in determining a quarterback prospect's potential success in the NFL. When Arch is able to settle his feet in the pocket, he is elite at throws between 10 and 19 yards in depth. Arch received a PFF medium passing grade of 89.5 in 2025. As you can see from these clips, his intermediate throws are most oftentimes perfect. He has the ability to rip a 12-yard out from the opposite hash into the tightest of openings. He also has the ability to pick apart zone defenses by finding the open windows underneath the safeties. And he also is adept at hitting receivers on the run versus man. The next most important factor in Arch's game, which may be as important as the others, is his efficiency and effectiveness in the red zone. Arch is very efficient from the 20-yard line in. According to Sports Illustrated, Arch threw for 14 red zone touchdowns and ran for 7 more. Texas as a team finished the season with an overall red zone scoring efficiency of 85% and also a red zone touchdown rate of 63%. Arch is an amazing athlete. He garnered 519 rushing yards to go along with 10 rushing touchdowns. This facet of his game is not the most important in evaluating his potential as an NFL quarterback in comparison to the other factors, but nonetheless, it is an asset to add on to the other factors. The biggest knock on Arch's game is that he could try to do too much. He put the Longhorns on his back often in 2025, and sometimes he would force the ball unnecessarily. Throwing into double coverage downfield was a common occurrence. He had 9 turnovers on the season, with 7 interceptions and 2 fumbles. However, this upcoming season is going to be interesting. There is no way, in this observer's opinion, that the great offensive line coach for Texas, Kyle Flood, will allow the pass rush, pressure, and inconsistencies in the run game to happen again, and it will be up to Arch to demonstrate that he can take care of the football. Outlook. Arch is one of 3 top 2027 NFL draft quarterback prospects who had to face the adversities of a relentless pass rush and a porous offensive line all season long, the other two being Lenora Sellers and Sam Levitt. However, Arch was able to fight through the adversity and let his greatness shine more often than not. This observer had to get over the Ohio State game in Week 1 in 2025, where Arch did not appear to be a top quarterback prospect. However, Arch's body of work and talents speak for themselves. For these reasons, Arch Manning, 2027 NFL Draft Summer Grade, first overall pick. If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. Not associated with NFLDraftBuzz.com.